My name's Annika. I'm here to show you how to draw one first, then we'll add a splash of colour and you'll have a masterpiece. So without further ado, let's get going. And we're going to do it like this. Let's take an oval for the head and a line like this for the beak and eye. This line is just a bit smaller, shorter than this. And then let's just do a bigger kind of circle oval here for the body, and then a triangle for the undertail feathers and the tail. Now we're ready to go. Got to make that a bit more like that. Here is the eye beak line. It's not very straight, it's a little bit curved. And the eye. The beak won't come higher than the eye, so now like this, and a little two shape like that, and then a C shape, and then coming over with the head feathers, and he has a little border around the eye. His mask like that, and then this goes in this direction, and you have a lovely little eyebrow there as well. So now we can give him a throat and the rest of his head like that. Now for his funky little body, we'll give him a wing that comes out like this, back to our circle. Lovely blue feathers in there, so it'll be like this. The blue feathers will be in here, and here we have his secondary feathers, and these are his primaries, like that. And one side goes down, one side goes up. We could do little lines like this to guide us, like that. And if I rub out a little bit of this wing here, we can make it a bit fluffy going in like that. And then his undertail bits, and his tail. And his tail is barred, so it goes around like this. If we do this, it'll help with the shape. Like that, and then another line through it. Okay, that's pretty good. So his foot will come out here, and if I place a branch there, foot out there. On the other side, he needs some feathers. There. And make any adjustments if necessary. I'll be going like this. Up in this two shape. Like that. The eye with a highlight, and a little another highlight down below, and then like that. There's the head, and the body with the feathers, these have to go around in this fashion, so down and then up again. It's the inside of the tail and the outside. Like that. Now I can rub out all the other lines. When I rub these lines out, I can see what I've missed. So our little blue feathers and our secondary feathers. Like that. Now let's paint and join that up there too. I'm using some Pthalo blue for his beautifully blue bright feathers, and then some raw sienna for the bottom of his beak, and a little bit around the eye area, then some ultramarine blue with burnt sienna for the top of the beak. And then I get a tissue and I just quickly dab it a little bit to put some texture in there. I'm going to leave most of the Kookaburra white, but I'm just going to use a little bit of buff titanium just for the shadows that are created by his feathers. So there's a shadowed area up there. There'll be little bits coming through there. The bottom of this will be shadowed underneath the beak, under those, and under those, and of course under his belly area. Now coming on top of his back feathers with some raw umber all the way down to the bottom ones, and a little bit more in the mask area. Some stronger values to his back feathers with some stronger raw umber around these little beauties. These ones, leaving little gaps, and some raw sienna with some burnt sienna for the tail. I'll just go straight over it, and then the black later. Put a little bit of orange there. The black I'm adding is actually ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, and I don't really need to add it here, but I did. It's up to you. And then a little bit more in the shadowed part of his mask area. Of ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, I'm adding some markings to the top of his head, and also the marking on the lower beak, and also a line, a darker value on the bottom of his upper bill. With this same colour now, I'm adding a few markings to the feathers on his belly and chest. It's also a good colour for his feet. And also some shadows to the lower part of the belly and under the wing. Now I'm wetting the branch, and then I'll be adding some buff titanium, burnt sienna, and then some raw umber as well. Just a few final touches to all this, and as you can see, we have a vibrant, happy Kookaburra with a very limited colour palette. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.